The exhaust fumes from the danfo bus in front choked me, even with my windows up. Lagos traffic, especially on the third mainland bridge, always found a way to test your patience. My phone buzzed with a message from Simi, my wife. "Almost there, my love. Mama Kemi's house is buzzing already." A small smile touched my lips. Family reunion weekend. Normally, I loved these gatherings, but this time, a knot had been tightening in my stomach all week. We were driven down to Ajah a few days earlier, just me and Simi, to help set things up. Mama Kemi's old family house, usually quiet, was about to explode with relatives. My aunt, God bless her, had promised us the bunkhouse. It was a separate annex, small but private, with its own bathroom and, most importantly, quiet. A sanctuary for me. My anxiety, a shadow I lived with, made these big family gatherings tough. The bunkhouse was my safe space. Then Aisha, my younger sister, called last Tuesday. Her voice, usually bright, had a hesitant edge. "Tunde, you will not believe it. Emeka, my boyfriend, he is actually coming. He wants to meet the family." I was happy for her, truly. But then came the kicker. "So, about the bunkhouse, for Emeka's first time, we need to make him comfortable. It is so private, perfect for us." My heart sank. We would already agreed months ago that Simi and I would have it. I tried to explain, gently, about my need for quiet, for my anxiety. She brushed it off. "Oh, Tunde, you worry too much. You will be fine. Just sleep in the main house, I beg." Simi had tried to mediate. "Aisha, Tunde needs his space, and we already discussed it." But Aisha was insistent. "But Emeka is a guest, a new guest. It is about respect, Simi. Imagine his first impression." I could hear the subtle guilt trip in her tone. It was always like this. We, Simi and I, were the dependable ones. We drove our parents everywhere, helped with hospital visits, organized birthdays, paid for things quietly. We even ferried Aisha around. But when it came to our own comfort, our own needs, it often felt like an afterthought. I finally pulled into Mama Kemi's compound in Ajah. The cacophony hit me immediately. Children's shouts, distant Afrobeats music, the smell of jollof rice and goat meat pepper soup wafting from the outdoor kitchen, and the constant hum of the generator. Cars lined the street. My anxiety spiked. I took a deep breath, trying to push it down. Simi met me at the door, a warm hug. "Welcome, my love. Aisha and Emeka arrived this morning." Her eyes gave me a knowing look. The bunkhouse. I nodded, a tight smile on my face. It was time to face the music. I dropped my bags in the small room allocated to us in the main house. It was a decent room, but the communal bathroom was far, and the noise from the living room and kitchen would be constant. I knew I would not sleep well. Later, I saw Aisha and Emeka emerge from the bunkhouse, laughing. Emeka looked relaxed, happy. Aisha caught my eye, a quick, almost defiant flash before turning back to him. The bunkhouse, my quiet retreat, was now hers, and I felt a familiar pang of resentment. Not at Emeka, who seemed like a good guy, but at the continuous, unspoken expectation. Later that evening, after the last of the pounded yam and egusi soup had been served, and the loud gist about politics and neighbors had quieted slightly, I found Aisha alone in the kitchen, washing plates. "Aisha, can we talk?" I kept my voice low. She looked up, wiping her hands. "Wetin happened, bros?" I explained again, as calmly as I could, how important that quiet space was for me, especially with my anxiety. How we would agreed. She sighed, rolling her eyes. "Tunde, I beg, not now. Emeka is here. I just want him to feel welcome. You always make a big deal out of small things." Her words hit me hard. "Small things?" I echoed. "Is it a small thing when I spend weekends running errands for Papa and Mama? Is it a small thing when Simi and I pay for your flight tickets or send money for your projects? We always make sure everyone else is comfortable, but when it is our turn, it is small things?" My voice was rising, despite my best efforts. Simi came in then, sensing the tension. "Tunde, Baiko," she whispered. but the dam had broken. "I am tired, Aisha," I said, my voice now trembling. "I am tired of always being the one to understand, to compromise, to carry everyone's burden without a word. And when I ask for one simple thing, one space for my own peace, it is too much. It is always too much." The kitchen, usually a place of laughter and shared meals, was now thick with silence. Aisha stared at me, her face unreadable. Emeka, drawn by the raised voices, appeared at the doorway, looking confused and uncomfortable. The weight of his presence added to my shame and anger. Mama Kemi herself came in, drawn by the unusual quiet. "Wetin be this wahala?" she asked, her voice calm but firm. Aisha quickly explained, twisting the narrative to portray me as ungracious. But Simi, bless her heart, stepped in. She did not contradict Aisha directly, but spoke to Mama Kemi about my anxiety and how the bunkhouse truly helped me. She spoke of our contributions not boastfully, but as fact. Mama Kemi listened, her wise eyes moving between us. She was the family matriarch, and her word was law. The next morning, the air was still a little thick. Mama Kemi had spoken. Aisha and Emeka would use one of the better rooms in the main house, one with its own small bathroom. And Simi and I? We were back in the bunkhouse. Emeka approached me later, looking genuinely apologetic. "I did not know, Tunde. I am truly sorry." I nodded, a faint smile. It was not about the room anymore, or even the immediate apology. It was about finally being seen, finally being heard. The hum of the generator still filled the air. The distant shouts still echoed. But in my bunkhouse, I found a quiet peace. A new understanding had begun to grow, not just with my family, but within myself.